Good morning. Today is Mindset Reset, the beginning of the month. Every month we are doing a mindset reset to get the month started right. So, thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for those of you watching the replay. Last time we visited the topic of who am I being? Who am I being when I am making a decision? What is my goal? And is the choice that I'm making today, am I being the person that is aligned with that choice? Or is the choice that I'm making today taking me away from that? Who am I being? who who is making the decision? Anyway, today we're going beyond that into the actual steps to achieve our goals. Okay, so we're going into the mirror, the map framework. You guys can see that. Yes. So where M stands for mirror, oh, let me adjust this. There. For mirror, A stands for align, and P stands for presence. So in the first session, we look at the mirror to figure out who we are being. We observe. We become the observer. Not to judge ourselves or criticize ourselves, or is simply to become aware, to become conscious aware of who we're being and the choices when we make the choices that are guiding our life experience. Basically, is simply to notice, because once we have awareness we can have the choice to align. Today we will review how do you actually begin living from the version of yourself that you're becoming. That brings us into presence. So the first part, identity is not something that we achieve. One of the biggest misunderstandings is believing that one day we will arrive somewhere. We tend to think that once I'm this or once I'm that, right? One day I'll be confident, or one day I'll trust myself, or one day I'll be ready. But identity is not something that we reach and achieve, it is something that we practice every single day. Every small choice that we make is an opportunity to embody this identity that we seek. And it is part of becoming aware and making the choice, choosing. Mhm. Think about someone that you admire, and not because you want to be them, but maybe something and then reminds you of yourself. What qualities do they embody? Presence, calm, courage, joy, self trust. Now ask yourself where those qualities exist inside of me, within me. This is just a simple reflection into awareness. The gap, once we notice who we're being, begin to imagine yourself, like your future self, as someone completely different. But what if she is already there? Maybe she's already there when you speak honestly, when you keep a promise, when you say no without feeling guilty, or when you choose to honor yourself, like when you slow down, when you choose rest, when you need to rest. Those little moments compile and they become into the identity of that person that you're trying to achieve, the future self that you're trying to achieve, that you're trying to get to, but she's already there in those brief moments. Now it just needs more space to express itself more consistently, because identity is built in the ordinary moments that are repeated consistently. I'm sure you have heard that, and I've said this before. We think our thoughts guide our emotions, which guide our actions, which create our life experience. And based on that life experience, we identify our identity, right? So if we want to shift something, we got to start in the basic. Okay, let me try something different. So this is me in it currently. And this is me, that's my future self. You can align yourself with your future self by being and making the choices from that perspective. So say your future self, you want to achieve fitness, wellness, health, but your current self loves sweets and desserts and sugar and pizza and all that good stuff. That's okay to have sometimes, but do you have a balance? Is your future self deprived, or is your future self aligned and balanced that indulges sometimes, but also exercises regularly? So you allow yourself without restricting, you find a balance, and then you're able to live today from that space, the future, right? Today. You're able to live today and balance into that space. Okay, so let me try something different here. All my drawings here. Bear with me. All right. All right, so here I am today. And then I make a decision. This is where I want to be. I want to be happy, healthy, strong, wealthy, balanced, and all the good stuff, right? Is the choice I'm making today guiding me here or guiding me here? Actually, this is the confused self. This is not the self I want to be, right? So, who am I being today? That are the choices that I'm making today from who I'm being. Are they guiding me here or are they guiding me here? And so we use a mirror to reflect on that, because we have to remember life is a reflection of ourselves. Our life experience is a reflection of ourselves, what lives inside of us. And what lives inside of us, our thoughts, our emotions, are our drivers. I heard somebody say that imagine that you are a bus, like a school bus, right? Well, your thoughts are the driver, and your emotions are the tour guide, the one that says to the driver, let's go this way, let's go that way. So it's a tour bus, not a school bus, it's a tour bus. And so the bus goes where the driver takes you, but the driver are the emotions. But what drives emotions is the thoughts. So anyway, it's all related. It's all related. So I like that metaphor because you can't take one without the other. That's the basic takeaway. You can't take one without the other. So think about that. This is today, and this is where we want to be. Happy, healthy, wealthy, and joyful life, abundant life. And here we are struggling. We have debt. We have, we feel heavy physically. We feel sluggish. We lack energy. So, what are we doing today that is taking us either here or there? And this could be kind of simple, like simplifying life in three circles. Simplifying how to simplify life in three circles or less. So the takeaway here basically is embodying this person, because we already possess the qualities. If the desire is there, that means that's for us. Now, are we listening to our inner guidance every moment? Instead of leaving things for later or leaving things for tomorrow, are we just going out of our comfort zone and taking a step closer just to get us here? Or are we procrastinating and, maybe tomorrow, and then we find ourselves here 3 months later because we haven't gone anywhere, right? Because we are in our comfort zone. We are unsatisfied. We are still wishing for something, but we don't seem to get there any closer. So in the process of manifestation, we need to align. That's the second step in the map process. Align ourselves with our true identity and our true desires. Every decision that we make, the way that we speak to ourselves, our thoughts, the way that we respond when things don't go as we thought, as we wanted. What do we prioritize? How do we treat our body? What do we focus our attention on? Do we spend hours scrolling online, or do we pick up a book and learn something? By the way, I want to share with you. This is an awesome book. I'm reading it. I read it as an audiobook. Well, I listened to it as an audiobook, and then I bought it because it's awesome. I love it. And the audiobook, I'm listening to it for the second time. That's where I got the metaphor about the bus. I might have delivered it not so good, but it's here and it's awesome. I highly recommend this book because it's not just about making money, it's about being, our identity, which is all tied in. When you think about it, how our thoughts guide our emotions, which guide our actions, which guide our results and life experience. It's all tied in. But anyway, it's all related. So if you're interested, check out the book. I'm so excited. I'll link it in the tools area for you to check it out. Now, this doesn't mean that we have to restrict ourselves and be aligned 100% of the time and like be a straight arrow all the time out of everything. It's not about that. It's about coming to a conclusion within ourselves of what is it that I truly desire? What is it that I truly want? What that I truly desire? And to honor that. Make a decision. Is it important to you? If it's important to you, then honor it. If it's not important, then let it go. Release it. It's okay. It's okay. No guilt, no guilt trips, no shoulda, coulda, woulda. It's life's too short to do that. It's simply noticing and being present. Being present. So let's do this exercise. Go ahead and close your eyes. Take a slow breath. And imagine yourself 6 months from now. Think of what you have accomplished, who you have become. How do you carry yourself when you enter a room? How do you speak? How do you feel in your body? What have you been able to let go? Now ask, what is one choice that your future self could make today? Because if you think about it, your future self is you, just a little ahead. So what does your future self, what would she do today that has brought her to be that person that she is? Now let's have, if you pull up a pen and paper, you can begin to write down the following sentences. I am becoming someone who. I am becoming someone who. I am becoming someone who finishes what she starts. Just fill in the blank. I am becoming someone who does what she says. I am becoming someone who reads 10 pages of a book every single day. I am becoming someone who is used to walking 2 miles a day or 1 mile a day, every day. I am becoming someone who enjoys listening to music while cooking. Whatever it is that your future self lives that you want. I am becoming someone who learns something new every week. The next one. I no longer need to. I no longer need to say yes when I don't feel like it. Or I no longer need to go out if I'm not up to it. I no longer need to talk myself down when I miss something or when I fall from perfect. I no longer need to criticize myself. The next one, I choose. I choose joy. I choose to meditate every night before I go to sleep. I choose to take my dog for a walk every day. I choose to hang out with my kid and take him places. And the last one, Today, I will honor that. Okay. Today, I will honor that by cooking a healthy meal. Or today, I will honor that by going to a farmer's market. It could be whatever fits your lifestyle, your choices, your desire for where you want to be, to balance out where you are to where you want to be. So becoming is not really creating someone new. It is giving yourself permission to live as the person that you have been growing into all along. Now, over the next week, I invite you to choose one small action to take that matches your current self to your future self. And I thank you so much for being here today and for watching this. If you were not able to join us live, thank you so much. Please let me know if you have any questions. We will continue to do this once a month, this or something like this, once a month. I have set up one live meeting every week, but the mindset reset will be once a month, and the other ones will also be once a month. We have different topics for every week. So see you guys next time, and thank you so much.